Alright. We're now looking at Fermi 6. Pretty good amount of resources, but nothing too crazy. Alright. Cool. It is also interesting, right, that I very legit can just, like, land in one spot and just survey the entire planet. Oh, you know, one thing about ships. There are... So... Well, let's just get out of the ship real quick. So, there are... on the pangolin, you'll notice I use the... Well, you'll notice that I use these cowlings and these cowlings. They're definitely for separate things. This... you know, has more structural components to it. Or this, I mean, you can put an equipment plate on it, and obviously the aesthetic is here. But if you want to make, like, wings out of these, or if you want to use these as weapon mounts, like, putting the Nova cowlings on this would not be a bad idea. I think that, I mean, these are lighter, and I do like the fact that this is 777, so, like, I can't really... I'm not gonna change that. Also, no traits. That's fine. Oh, is this a cryolab? One of these days I'll actually understand the layout of the cryolab. Okay. Don't really want to do anything relating to combat right now, if I'm honest. You know, I also gotta wonder... Dude, I'm sorry, I'm just also realizing, like... It is so weird. The narrative of the game. Okay, so when I did... Well, actually, I guess it's spoilers. I did a Cassette Beasts Let's Play. I didn't do the post-game, and I only realized I didn't do the post-game... Like, I've realized that, oh, there's actually, like, stuff in the post-game I probably should have done. And there's, like, there's definitely an argument to be made that, like, oh, it's the post-game, it's something that, like... Oh, you know, like, okay, do a Let's Play on the main game, and then when the credits roll, if, like... Okay, I mean, you know, the purpose of my Let's Play should be entertainment, not like... Should be entertainment and to give you an idea of what the game is like. Right? So, post-game content is not necessarily, like... Post-game content should be a thing that you experience on your own, right? Maybe, maybe not. First, like, I want to do Disgaea, and 90% of that game is post-game stuff, so, like... That'd be more than a bit silly to, like... Well... I say that. It'd be silly to only do the main quest or the main story. But most people, like, who do Disgaea Let's Plays... Most Disgaea Let's Plays don't, like, have you fighting Overlord Ball. the final boss, or the, you know, optional final boss. Yeah, no, but yeah, so, like, with Starfield, like, what's actually, like, I don't know, would it be better to, like, do a New Game Plus, and then, like, because there's basically, like, you do a New Game Plus up until, like, the 10th time, and then you've, you know, I don't know what happens then. I would assume you can just go and infinitely do the whole thing, but there's some random elements, like the hunter might have gone and killed all of Constellation. You might run into yourself, or, you know, an alt universe you, that kind of thing. That's my understanding of it anyway. And, you know, there's variants that can happen, right? So, good lord, don't I have... There we go. I need to use more items. I have, like, I have a bunch of powers on my hot list, or on my hotkeys, and I never use them. It's kind of silly. And then I have a bunch of items that I don't have hotkeyed. I don't know, I gotta... You know, that's one thing, actually. I mentioned a few episodes ago, the Bloodline, which is just kind of an open world, low poly indie RPG that's early access right now. And, like, I don't know, it's got a hotbar, it's got a skill bar, it's got skills you unlock, and, like, I don't know, there's your Star Citizens and your Starfields that have, like, no skill bar, and, like, you know, maybe that there's an immersion element of that, but god damn it, do I like a skill bar. It's just simple. You just hit one button to make a thing happen. God damn. Oh? And the game crashed. God damn it. Of course. Of course this is where it... Oh my god, dude. Okay, let's go in the opposite direction then. Well, at least it's giving me something. Ugh. It's not the end. It's far from the end of the world. Just a little unfortunate. I might have been able to do another... I don't know. I don't know. I'm also thinking, like... Okay, so in terms of YouTube, in terms of videos, live workshop, well, not live, it's very much pre-recorded, but, like, what would be the best way? And I don't know, again, if there's any input anyone wants to give. My thought, again, is that eventually I would love to get into a thing of, like, 2-hour recording, and then, you know, spend the rest of the day editing stuff. And figure out something, maybe like just 2 or 3 videos a day, you know, is just what I should go towards, move towards. Oh, jeez. Oh, you know, that's another thing we don't have is a flamethrower. Oh, that was a nice roll. Good for you, dude. I mean, you're dead, but... that's fine. Also... yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm like... yeah, I'm parched. Maybe this sort of painful thing here... is the, how far everything's spaced around. Did it save the level? Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. I was like, you know, maybe I want to get the scanny thing. But no, that's fine. Get some of those. Get some of that good stuff. Hey! I didn't... that was one of the things I was missing before, so that's something. I guess we'll move in that general direction. Nice little moon there. Just your little bunny hops. Gotta keep that scanner open. What am I doing? Also, I don't know. Good lord, I've been like in a real like... I don't know. I've been in a real funk with all the wisdom tooth recovery thing. I don't know, I had like my sleep schedule's all messed up. I don't know. I needed a lot of sleep. Took some naps. Took some long naps that I had not taken. Oh god, no, sorry. It's like, I went to bed at a relatively normal time, maybe didn't get as much sleep, maybe like 5 hours instead of, you know, 6 or 7 or whatever. And then I took a nap for like 4 hours or something. I think something like that is the situation I've been in for the last few days, so like, I don't know. God, it is therapeutic. The whole like, let's play and recording stuff, I don't know. Partially. I don't know. There is the part of me that obviously wants to like turn this whole thing into like a business and like live off of it, right? But I don't know. There's also definitely a part that is just like, part of it is just for me, and I think that, I don't know, that is an important thing. So I'm gonna quick save here. You gotta do things for yourself. You gotta enjoy life. God. Like, I don't know. It's an interesting thing. It is an interesting thing, I think. I mean, I wouldn't say, like... I don't know. You know, actually, I don't know. I would say... I think I would say I'm a relatively apathetic person. Not that I don't care about stuff, but just that, like... On the scale of, like... I guess allothy? That's kind of a cool word, actually. Allothy. Or I guess... allopathy. Allopathy? Yeah. On the sliding scale of apathy to allopathy, I'm... There's a lot of things that, like... People are, you know, passionate about stuff, people, you know, critique... I see, you know, people critique stuff, and I'm like, wow! I don't care about that as much. Nearly as much as this person, wow. You know... But there are things that there are things I enjoy, of course. And things I like, things I find fulfillment in. But there's also, and, you know, like this, I don't know, there's probably something I could be doing that I would be getting more fulfillment out of, maybe? I don't know. Well, I don't know, there's... Yeah, I don't know actually about that one. So I have a few alt accounts, I guess. I should also say I've got... I have, you know, obviously the main channel. I've got one for... I've got the main channel, I've got one for... you know, the live streams. I've got one for music, and I got one for tabletop stuff. That's... Those are the things I've got. Obviously, I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything with anything but the main channel and live. Of course, I'm sorry, did I say music stuff? I want it to be more of like... More like a personal account, right? Where like... Maybe I do like some woodworking stuff. Maybe I do some woodworking, maybe I do some cooking, maybe I do blogs, and then music also, but, you know. Because I don't want that to be the main thing. And I have a few music videos. I've got some music on my main channel. I'm not going to take those down, because why would I? But, yeah. Also, 'tis a shame that that ship did jump out so quickly, but whatever. What do we have left? Iron and fluorine. Well, there's one thing. I was gonna say, should we go somewhere else? Try and find the thing. Because I know I can search here for a while. You know, yeah, let's do it. Ooh, always gotta love that plateau. I feel like this episode, more than any of them, is gonna be a little bit more... Might be just a little bit more... ranty, rambly. I don't know. We're gonna check out the civilian outpost. They're probably gonna ask me to shoot pirates or something. I don't really have time for it, but... Sorry, I'm also just like, yeah, there's definitely some half-hearted sentiments that incomplete thoughts I talked about this. I don't know, that just happens all the time. I kind of wish it would be nice if I had some co-commentators more regularly. I don't know. My friend who did say that he wanted to do co-commentary, I know, he's busy. He's busy and he's got stuff he's doing and he's got life he doesn't have life to sort out, I guess. He has a house and is a new homeowner. So like, you know, that's the thing there. This actually, like, who are you?
I don't take photos of people. Sorry. Don't breathe. Shh. There. I love it too. I've been here a few times. I want to make a book of my journeys here someday.
Cool. Well. Oh. Well, I may as well. I mean, this isn't stealing, so I may as well take it. Cool. Yeah, well, I guess that's gonna be it for now. I do have a stream in an hour, so gotta prepare myself mentally for that. I think I'm pretty good though. The entire point of this session was to do that, so I think mission accomplished. Till next time, good day, great day, even. Chowskis. Still fucking up the power allocation. Good job, Bethesda.